What's going on, guys? Jack Tracy here. So last week we talked about how to calculate our macros and our calories in order to lose weight. So I thought this week we should move on to lean bulking basics. Okay, so there's 7 topics I want to touch on. Starting off with calorie surplus, gain muscle not fat, nutrition, training, how long to bulk for, genetics and consistency. Okay, so first 2 topics I'm going to touch on are a calorie surplus and gaining fat, not muscle. Okay, so hopefully this table simplifies things a wee bit. We've got muscle gain, so the rate that your body's going to gain muscle, and then we've got your calorie intake in the bottom. We're going to take 2,000 calories as this client's maintenance calories. Then we're going to add 500 calories to that. That's going to be 2,500. So that's going to be his ideal calorie intake for building muscle. However, if you're going to go for an approach of, say, a dirty bulk, where you're probably going to consume a lot more calories than your body actually needs, so we'll just take 3,000 calories as an example, there's a good chance that those excess calories are not going to be turned into muscle, but however they will be stored as fat. So that leads on to the importance of nutrition when you're bulking. Okay, so moving on to the importance of nutrition when you're bulking. Now, me personally, I've been guilty of this plenty of times where I've just done a show or a photo shoot. I've decided, right, it's time to grow. I'm just going to eat whatever I can. I'm going to do Domino's 2 for Tuesdays. I'm just going to enjoy all the good stuff. I'm not really going to have any structure to my food. I'm just going to try and consume as much as possible each day. When in reality, that doesn't actually work. As the saying goes, you are what you eat. So therefore, you need to be consuming high quality food in order to get the most out of your training sessions, which leads on to the next topic, your training when you're bulking. Okay, so moving on to training when you're bulking. Okay, so when you're bulking, you're fully fueled for your workouts, therefore you should be able to increase the volume of your training. That could be either adding in a couple of exercises or else adding in a couple of sets. Now, me personally, I'm a tall fella, I'm 6'5", so I struggle to put on mass, so I be what's classified as a hard gainer. So when I'm bulking, what I tend to do is any physical activity or cardio, activities that I could be doing without, I try to keep those at a minimum. Therefore, I'm able to get the most out of my training, and then I'm able to get the most out of my food as well. Okay, so moving on to how long should you bulk for. Now, me personally, I would do it in phases. So I would do a bulking phase of about, say, 10 to 12 weeks. Then when I start noticing I've added on too much fat to my body, I'll then do, say, a mini cut of, say, 2 to 3 weeks just to pull the fat back. Once I've got that down, I'll go again, so do 10 to 12 weeks bulking, and then I'll more or less go bulking, diet, bulk, diet again, bulk, diet again. At the end of the day, you're still putting on muscle and you're still staying lean. Okay, so moving on to genetics. Now, genetics plays a very important role when it comes to building muscle and adding size to your physique. Me personally, I'm not genetically gifted. However, somebody who would be genetically gifted is someone who is just built for gaining muscle. So they can nearly eat whatever they want, train maybe half as hard and still lamp on the size. And I know that a lot of people hearing this, it's not fair, but that's just the way it is. You can't change your genetics, unfortunately. Okay, finally, moving on to consistency. This is probably the most important part when it comes to building muscle and adding size to your physique. So through consistency, you want to track your progress. Now, for me, I'd recommend gaining about 3 pounds of muscle per month, or maybe 0.25 per week. In and around that, don't take my word for it. That's just my personal opinion. Another thing, time. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take years of training. Set your goals realistically. And then finally, just enjoy it. Enjoy smashing those goals, like taking your before photos and taking a photo nearly every month. And then at the end of that year, comparing your photos and be like, God, look how much muscle I've put on. Look how much I've changed in a year. Okay, so those are just a few things that I would consider when I'm about to do a bulk. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any comments, leave them in the comments section below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one.